expect now Team Liquid to go for something more hard engaged for CoreJJ because he's been so good at setting up plays for them. He's also a really big fan of Rel, so maybe we get to see Rel popping up here in this game. Change number 2 though, Pastry. Looks like they're off the Olaf train and they're gonna just switch right over to Udyr style.
I mean, they explicitly got off. They self-banned Olaf away from themselves on the blue side, so didn't even want to give this trade if they wanted to take Udyr first pick, which they did do. Camille and Thresh, the other 2 bans that have been kind of mainstays for EG so far in this series. And then Pantheon and Renekton Talia just, I think, reacting to the Olaf ban in some ways for the last one, otherwise very standard, but Team Liquid always sure of their game plans. It's Kai'Sa and Lilia already locked in for TL.
And they're leaving themselves open for a possible Camille pick as well. Let's see. On the side of Evil Geniuses, a couple of options still left. Nidalee and Graves, probably the 2 most prominent. Oh, just kidding. It was the first pick, Udyr. So looking at AD carries with the early Kai'Sa pick here, MF has a lot of possible big combinations for lane. Really like the lane, actually, even into Kai'Sa. Yes, Seraphine is probably one of the ones that pops up quickly because you can harass so hard, try and poke them under tower really early, and gain yourself, again, a similar foothold in the bottom lane to try and use Udyr for the dragon focus after your full clear. Try and get that one stacking early on. And we do get it this time around. Gonna keep saying it every time it's locked in because it was one of my favorites, duo queuing with my friend. You throw out your Seraphine E. As it's traveling, you have time as a misfortune to make it rain on the person. That applies the slow instantly. It's super long range. You don't have to worry about minions either. And the Seraphine E will still snare them. I don't even have time to switch over Pastry and talk about the Rel that we are hyping up.
Yeah, certainly a lot of synergy there, so excited for that 2v2, but there is the Rel that you asked for from CoreJJ, so lose one playmaker, gains another. For me, it's not about, oh, he's so good on Thresh, you have to ban it, and these other champions are worse. It's just like, stop the CoreJJ momentum is the reason I like seeing teams ban away key players when they just
combo breaker now.
Exactly.
Let's see you do it on Rel.
So not as comfortable, not as warmed up. Is it going to be a problem? Absolutely not. CoreJJ is a stud. He's going to be fine on this champion or just about anything else you hand him in the draft. So he does have Rel, which is very exciting. Rel is like all engage all the time in a lot of ways. But phase 2 of the draft is continuing, and Jace has been banned by Team Liquid actually. So giving some respect to the impact carries.
Yeah, actually pretty interesting here. Okay, so I wonder if they're actually going to save the final pick for Jensen then, because Jensen has been very willing to blind pick solo laners, and you're going to have to blind pick one of them if you're on red side, and then you can save counter pick for the other one. Usually you blind pick mid and you counter pick for your top lane because it's a longer lane, you can take advantage a lot easier. But maybe with these extra bans, they are actually just trying to protect Alphari, get some AD top laner for Alphari for the top side, and then leave the counter pick for mid lane for Jensen instead. Split the difference, I guess.
Yep, 1H, TF, and Jace banned away. Also Yone banned because there's an AP jungler on the Liquid side, so they're a little bit more likely to gravitate towards an AD jungler, AD mid laner, sorry, and Yone is kind of one of the few that exists, and Jensen has already played it. So not, the control mages he's maybe been more known for in recent years, but certainly a champion in his wheelhouse. Gangplank going to be banned away again, so once again, splitting the difference on as far as strong solo lane champions go, but I think it's pretty smart not to give Alphari Gangplank. He's rather good on that champion. And unfortunately, I don't think the Nasus for the jersey is coming out. Probably not worth it at match point.
So, blind pickable top laners. Gragas available, Aatrox available. Those have a lot of very decent lanes. Gnar, like we saw earlier, Alphari going to take a page out of Impact's book, actually, and steal that one away. Let's see. It's very bold to actually pick the Gnar into Impact. I want to see what he feels like gives him the highest chance to punish, because Impact had these interviews where he's talking about, I love this EG team. They feel like they have more faith in me. They listen to me more. They respect me more. They will give me resources. Jizuke will throw away waves to come topside. And it is just going to be the Aatrox. So that one is not really a hard counter. Does have a lot of options. Very blind pickable. Definitely skill matchup on top side.
Like I said, though, this Gnar is Impact's most played champion in solo queue and also in this series. So he'll know his way around the matchup, even if it's not, something as aggressive as something like the Jace, which was banned by Liquid, I think, wanting to cover for this Gnar pick that they were making to counter pick for their mid lane, which is the setup they have been going for. Rise pick up for Jizuke, one of the few players other than Demonte, I believe, who was playing this a lot in the LCS at least. But I like it, It's, again, keeps him active, gets him out of lane, lets him roam a lot. That's the thing we like about Jizuke is when he's constantly aggressive and around the map. And with Twist of Fate ban, you need to do some more of the legwork yourself, and Rise can fill that niche. Counter pick, though, not super consequential for Jensen, but it is tried and true. It's going to be Orianna once more.
Yeah, and Rise is one of the champions that we associate with Jizuke. Again, I always mention these two champions, Echo and Rise, that he performs the best on. So good at transitioning to splitting up and split pushing for the mid stages of the game. And honestly, he was the first one who pulled out the Rise in the current meta. It has since shown up in LEC as well, and it has since shown up in the hands of other LCS players. But he was the first one to bring it back. Here, at least in the lock-in tournament, so I'm excited to see it in his hands once again. He's super confident on it. They do have options for 1-3-1 later on if Impact on Aatrox can get to a very comfortable state. I actually love the current state of Aatrox. There's so much healing in his kit with Gore Drinker build into Sterix. I feel like these two items are insane right now. If you have any sort of bruiser type champion that you like playing, those are great on them. And if that champion also has healing in their kit, it just even furthers that.
Impact wanting to, again, make a stand against his old team here, and EG are already off to the races. They are zooming out of base there with the Bear leading the front. EG going to start off with some sort of level 1 here, maybe expecting Corja to walk in toward this red buff, although Ignar is going to get a little bit of extra vision poking forward.
I will say that the interaction was nerfed a little bit. We do get the level 1. He's all the way in.
Yeah, Corja going over the back of the Dragon Pit, which he's done before, I believe, but well spotted out there by EG, who scouted. Now going to flash into Zuke with the Flash E. Trying to get something done there. A little bit of extra damage, but no CC on that one. There, but the Flash E is going to come in on the other side for Seraphine. Is called JJ. Still trying to run out of there, and it will indeed be first blood for Jizuke.
Commit, 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 pastry time. Spend your flashes, get that one. Ignar and Jizuke both going really hard for this chase, and they punish the blind attempt from Core JJ. This is one of the champions you can do it on. We see this on Rakan. We see this on support Gragas plays as well. But I'm glad that we actually see it punished actually on stage, because this is one of the few times where they actually are in place. They have seen so many games of Core JJ Rel. This is one of the things. He has played probably the most Rel of any of the pro support players that's at least not hidden accounts that I've been able to track. He has put in so much work on this champion. His most played, as I mentioned before, but also played so much of it in the in-house pro games as well. And people getting wise to his tricks. Back to the Aatrox interaction, though. This is 11.2, so the interaction between your self-healing with your world ender was reduced a bit, as some of it was moved over to the Umbral Dash just for your self-healing, and not to all healing interacting with your Gore Drinker. Taking down from 50% at level 1 to 30% at level 1 and 100 to 60 at max rank.
Yeah, but certainly a little bit of power taken out there, but still perfectly good for Aatrox there, so Impact should be feeling good as the lane continues. Right now, not feeling particularly good. Ooh, very fancy little dash back, fade away knock up there to prevent Mega Gnar from continuing the assault, which makes sense. Impact's lost a lot of health in this trade so far. Doran's Blade looking a little mightier than Doran's Shield right now. Also saw Core JJ on bottom side get a heal out of Deathly there. Still continuing the aggression despite losing both his flash and his life at level 1.
And he's going maximum healing as well with the fleet footwork on Aatrox into the Gnar. Alfari is doing the exact same build that Impact used on Gnar, where he's got Grasp, he's got Taste of Blood for extra healing in lane and sustain, but Impact actually going for the fleet footwork too on it for the extra sustain for lane. And it gives you that a little bit of extra move speed, which you can try and use to reposition for your Qs, or land a better Infernal Chain.
Santorin, haven't seen him in a bit, but both Udyr and Lilia have been just cruising through the jungle. It's going to be Crab 1 here for Santorin. And should be able to take this with no problems there. Jensen also pressuring just in case, but we know Svenskeren is back in base, having bought a Ruby Crystal, so just another pleasant clear here for Santorin. As both these junglers, at least in the early game, have mostly just been power farming, with the exception of Santorin's gank in the last game, as CoreJJ once again makes an attempt with the Hex Flash.
And Svenskeren actually is going to be able to sneak up and grab this crab, despite doing the early recall after full power clear, and then back up to the top side. Bottom, though.
And back in, and CoreJJ taking a little bit too much damage. Not so fast without the horse, and definitely is just going to take out CoreJJ.
Well, guess what, Pastry? You get him off the thresh, and you get him with the level 1 counter, and TL falling apart.
Ooh, stun hits in midair as well, but a good hop from Alfari does keep him safe. Is forced to flash, though. So had to use the summon spell. CoreJJ also ignited down there, so he gets full punished in the bottom lane 2v2, with Ignar getting low but not down just yet.
Yeah, really good focus there from the EG duo, knowing there's no flash escape here for CoreJJ. He charges in, he drops his ignite, and it's a really good turnaround. Let's take another look. They land the snare here with the double cast from the passive for Ignar. Never mind, let's get back to live.
Or Impact. Good flash, does have to get out there, but Santorin with a nicely timed bit of pressure in the top lane is going to force Impact. Summon spell usage. Alfari also going to maybe extend this lead with the wave crashing again from the help of Santorin here. Already up almost 10 CS, and Impact's probably going to have to go back to base, because if the jungler revisits and dives, he's dead.
Look at how hard they're fighting over lane priority on the top side. Alfari, with his first purchase and teleport back out, went for another Doran's Blade, investing in a second starting item to keep up the pressure here on Impact. Impact does stall his recall, pick up this extra wave at the tower, but yeah, a lot of options for healing for this top lane matchup for both sides. So healing cutting definitely will go a long way. See about the shield breaking too. Remember for Rel, he can break through with the Q through Seraphine's shield that she can put up.
Another E attempt, but this one not going to hit. Svenskeren is also down here in the bottom side of the map. Will be spotted by Team Liquid's wards though, as Impact also TP'd back to the top lane. Alfari of course TP'd back in before, because that's how we got second Doran's Blade. Didn't just magically appear like on. But Svenskeren off to the races on the dragon. This is really what Udi wants to do. You know, he wants to visit the lane sometimes, he wants to reassure you, but mostly he wants to keep farming the jungle. And Svenskeren should be able to take this Mountain Drake Cloud Drake nice and easy.
Yeah, and this is again, yeah, it's Udyr, and you love, you know, PvEing, but also your bottom lane killing Tactical and CoreJJ. It's the cascading effect of this level 1 blind attempt over the back of the Dragon Pit, where CoreJJ blows his flash, he dies, they get first blood on that side of EG, then they're able to punish him in lane for not having the flash and get the second kill on him, have completely changed the face of the setup here for EG, and now they're looking for the dive to really ram it home.
This is definitely a Jizuke special. Realm warming down, warping out with Svenskeren under the tower is Tactical, and he's stunned up and killed as Jizuke getting low does get actually slain by CoreJJ, but now he's unmounted under the tower, and Svenskeren walks in and Phoenix dances him to death as EG will win out on the trade in bottom lane.
Yeah, that's the rarely seen Phoenix slap. Don't even have to go for the stun. One-shots him with the Phoenix Breath proc afterwards. That is an investment of your mid laner, though, with the rotation down. Realm warps over. They get a counter kill for Team Liquid, so it's not the worst world. And Jensen gets one plate and answer, plus topside counter jungle there for Santorin. Still, I like the look. Proactive gameplay, keeping up pressure on bottom side. This Kai'Sa is a huge part of the Team Liquid win condition. It's the most reliable part, because otherwise you're relying on, you know, finicky things like Gnar and Shockwave coming up big for the team fights later. If you can keep up this pressure on bottom lane, keep Tactical starving under there, this is going to be very big for their mid game. Counter kill going over also went into the hands of CoreJJ with the last hit, so they didn't even put that money onto Tactical, and it is all going EG's way this far. Pastry time. We had a reverse sweep just yesterday, and the delays aren't going to change those possibilities here. EG coming out strong, 1.5 gold lead, as well as the extra dragon.
Yep, take that Herald as well. So easy flip up to the top side for the EG duo. Doesn't mean Impact is taking a little bit of heat in the 2v1, but should be just okay as he's keeping the wave at a reasonable distance off the tower so he doesn't get shot or lose his structure. We'll see where Sven wants to drop that Herald, but it does feel like Udyr is taking command of a lot of these early games, just like from the raw power of how efficiently he clears. But that certainly shouldn't take away from EG's teamwork, and this is the reason I like Jizuke's Rise specifically so much. It's just a champion he can always be very active on. Again, it does feel a similar role as Twisted Fate. His global isn't nearly as powerful as TF's, but with TF getting banned basically every game because they know Jizuke is too good on the champion, Rise for me is a very good proxy, so EG can play the same style, which has been the style that I think they've been most successful with so far this lock-in.
Yeah, and you know, Svenskeren has done his job on Udyr this game, but he's not really the catalyst for any of these, you know, big objectives that they're getting. They have all pretty much been team-based, you know, and off the punish onto Core JJ mainly with the extra picks and bottom lane control that they've gotten. That allowed them, you know, for the dive, it allowed them for the dragon, it allowed them bottom lane control to swap up for the Rift Herald. So as much as I love jungler credit here, baby, it has been a bit of a difference there. Alphari and Impact going pretty deep with this trade.
Ults exchange, but Alphari not able to connect. The bowler was a minion in the way, I believe, so decent trade back and forth, but again with the healing for both of them, shouldn't be too eventful there as Core JJ is continuing to join Tactical up here on the top side because Svenskeren is leaning there right now. In fact, I also see Jizuke on the minimap, so everybody knows what's up. Santorin is here in the area to prevent any sort of dive, but we'll see how long he wants to wait here. Does get that ward though, and now they know Santorin is on the Krogs.
Yeah, and they also see Jizuke reappear in mid lane. When the wave does come back mid, he relieves that threat of Realm warping up, and so Tactical Core JJ can stay under the tower. All kind of cards are down. Everybody just decides to back off because it's way too dangerous there. So just the full reset. Tiny bit of damage up onto the turret. And we're only 11 minutes into the game, so you don't have to use the Rift Herald this early on just a couple of turret plates. You can wait for a better opportunity.
Like this one, Jizuke Realm Warps around the back of a very sneaky looking gank there. And now Alphari in a 1v2, he absolutely cannot win as Impact will get the kill credit.
Q3 kills on Aatrox are the most satisfying thing that you can come up with in this game. Really, really big dunk right there. Jizuke Realm Warps Pastry, you've been singing his praises about his map mobility with this champion. He does it here again. Impact specifically called out Jizuke, saying that Jensen, when he was on Team Liquid, would opt for the turret plate mid or for the extra wave, but Jizuke has no problem giving up a wave, moving to try and invest resources in Impact, and there is proof right there. From his words straight onto the Summoner's Rift, Jizuke makes the play, and it opens up once again Svenskeren to take another objective. Top side, they're back at it.
Yeah, Tactical in trouble here. Jizuke at it again. Great chain there as Tactical's going to try and KI out of the way, but Jizuke still chasing in. Needs to land the root there. Does have the E on top, and the Q is going to get flashed as the channel ulti from MF is not going to get onto Tacticals. He did flash in. Now the pull from Core JJ. Going to find the counter engage as Jensen finally going to join the fight. Alphari here as well as a great shockwave. Finds Igna. See you later. As Jensen's going to grab that. Now Alphari about to transform. He does get rooted though as Jensen grabs the double kill. And Team Liquid unlucky to not get more as EG do disengage despite losing 2.
Signs of life here from Team Liquid. Big punish. Can they get more out of it? With Impact and Jizuke sticking around here, they might.
Alphari has ult still as well. Impact a bridge too far, I do believe, as he is going to be killed by Alphari. No, it's Jensen that's going to grab his third kill of the exchange. Svenskeren, what are you doing taking the crab, buddy? That's not safe.
Nobody look over here. He's like, all right, if you're going to kill Impact, let me try and get something while everybody's attention is diverted. Sleight of hand, you know, Pastry. Let me try and quickly grab this. They slap his hand out of the cookie jar, though. No crab for you. And they will keep their little influx of gold for Team Liquid. I actually like how they keep up the pressure, too. You know, after this top lane turnaround, they want to pry as much out of it as they can, and they end up getting the extra kill onto Impact. That's big, sticking around for it. So, no chance there as they had bring 4 members up. It is going to be a collapse, and just barely squeezing out the flash from Tactical. as Jizuke committed to throwing the last Q there. So they do get double summoner spells, but those summoner spells are enough to keep Team Liquid alive and bring in EG too far on the dive. They close the trap, everybody comes back up, Santorin lands the sleep to ensure the second kill, and then with the honey fruit, I don't think Impact was expecting them to be this healthy, but all 5 honey fruit picked up right there by Alfari and Santorin allow them, they just turn and burn, focus fire down, Impact get that extra kill.
And KoJJ gonna have to buff for a dash.
Flash.
Does indeed escape, but Svenskeren is not done chasing just yet. Udyr keeps on going. Jizuke's here as well. Svenskeren taking too much damage. He's gonna live. No, surely not as tactical. We'll shoot him down there using the ulti, but Jizuke is gonna flash in and make sure he can get the trade kill as now Ignal's roamed up and Santorin gonna be cut off here by Impact as he will flash away, but here comes the Realm Morph. Good interrupt there by Jensen. They're gonna turn it back around. Jizuke gonna go to sleep. The Lilia Burn is on him and he will fall down as the channeled ulti from MF. He's gonna do a little bit of damage, but not enough as Alfari flashes in over the back of the Rift Herald pit. Is going to make sure Impact does feel the pain as Alfari. Now once again it's Jensen who is just here to secure every single kill, getting yet another one.
Action-packed pastry time. EG want to keep pressing this game, but Team Liquid are willing to throw down. Jensen, huge shockwave on his rotation up to get them out of that Realm Warp. He gets 2 back in, and it is now a bloodbath. What a swing. Team Liquid fighting right back through this one. They want to finish this one out with the 3-0. 15 minutes in, they will pick up this Rift Herald that will even up the gold count. And now they can prepare for Dragon. 1 minute, 45 seconds away. Plenty of time to go recall, purchase control awards. I want to see them in everybody's inventory slots right here. We've got 4. Alfari has not recalled yet. He could fill in the last slot as well as they transition their vision resources back down towards that bottom lane objective. KoJJ trying to bait in here. Really good transformation on the Rel, so he's able to gain his distance, then pulls in Svenskeren to ensure the counter kill here. But really it's about the minimap. You see the transition up. Jensen walks up through the jungle, and then you have Alfari trailing on this Gnar. Right there, shockwave for Jensen. They jump on it, even with 4-3 numbers advantage for EG on the map. Because they are split, but Team Liquid were grouped and focus fire down off of that shockwave. Those 2 kills, they transfer it into a big comeback here. Everybody converging down around mid though.
Yeah, top tower is being assaulted by Jizuke, but there's a lot more happening around that dragon, it looks like. But for now, it does just seem like EG are pushing in mid. Jensen actually pushing down bottom, so we're going to trade some towers and then go fight for this Drake by the looks of things. TL do want to stop EG from snowballing this Ocean Soul, which it actually has been Ocean Soul 3 games in a row, by the way. I don't know how likely that is, but someone who's better at math than me can figure it out. For now, we'll just look at TL channeling that Herald, looking to knock down mid and then transition down to the objective in 15 seconds time. So really have just arrested control back of this game. Svenskeren is roaming on in, trying to stop Shelly, but doesn't get it done, just barely. Missing the kill before the charge is finished off. As TL will lie in wait here around this objective, and I don't think EG are particularly interested in trying to fight for it right now.
I think EG would like to use a flank from Jizuke. They've got the Rise trailing down right now. Realm Warp is up.
Impact again also on another pretty good flank there, but Shockwave is after ready. Oh, Rel goes in, finds 2. There's the 3-man Shockwave. KoJJ just sets it up, and Jensen knocks it down. That's going to be a double kill for the Orianna. Impact is going to be the 4th kill given over as Tacticals over the wall and gets a double for himself. And it's only Jizuke who must watch Team Liquid take the Drake. That was a stunningly good engage by KoJJ.
Even with how disastrous the early game was for KoJJ, now on this Rel, combining Magnet Storm with the Shockwave, you just are in a bounce house there. Knock up after displacement, and Team Liquid come thundering back. In a matter of minutes, they flip the entire table. Now they are up 2.5k gold for themselves with the extra dragon, stopping the stacking from EG. 7 kills now to Jensen's name. He is just putting in so much work here. That shockwave up by the red quadrant of the jungle, turning around that skirmish, constantly moving for the team, following up this KoJJ engage. He is going to be one monstrous Orianna. All right, here's another look at it. With the whiff from Ignar on the ultimate from Seraphine there, Core JJ knows everything is open. There's no counter engage here. He immediately gets the perfect combo, then into Shockwave for all three, and they are just deleted instantly. So Impact, even with the flash, nowhere he's going to be able to get away to safety too. And with that Dragon, Team Liquid are right back on track.
And I was going to say, like, in the first, 10-ish, 12 minutes of this game, if you'd hidden the nameplates, I might have thought that Team Liquid were on EG's side with how they were approaching the early game, getting their advantages, stacking those early dragons, and then from whatever happened after
with all those Rise robes?
Yeah, all those Rise, I mean, a little less likely, right? But, you could have fooled me into thinking, like, hey, this is, like, the kind of early to mid-game that the Team Liquid have shown so far in the series. Hold that thought, though, because Alfari is in a 1v3 that he's not going to live in. Great ulti to buy a little bit more time. I may have spoken too soon as Jensen, once again, to the rescue, does make sure his top laner stays alive.
Oh, yep, they're going to back off after this one. They're bringing Seraphine for reinforcements, though. EG might actually double down on this split. If you look at the mini-map, they're losing out on topside pushing as well as mid pushing for doing this, though.
Ignar missed his ult too, tried to get it over the wall and be a bit cheeky, but now in a 2v4 for Jensen and Core JJ. Zafari has backed off, but as you said, the mid lane is in trouble. Good flash out there for Jensen, who does get exhausted, but another great shockwave combo with the Rel. Double stun to follow as well after the tether, but Impact will take out Core, as Jensen was not able to get a counter kill this time.
Look at this commitment. EG are so deep. There's teleports behind them. Alfari is coming.
Svenskeren is just committed to the cause and he's dead now. Jensen goes legendary. Bazooka's also trying to dive in. He goes down as Jensen grabs the double kill. And I think it's just, pushing a little too far here on the EG side. I get it. You want to try and do something, but game's just going from bad to worse. As Tactical is dancing, laugh spamming, and as he takes down Ignar and pops the emotes, as Team Liquid, I think they know the answer. I think they know, Kobe, that they're going to the finals.
Yeah, that is way too far. They're pushing so deep on this. They actually, I think they had the call, and they were like, hey, Alfari's teleporting behind us. We can't go out. Everybody in. And it just looks so comical as they just run, flailing around, running towards Jensen, dying at his feet. 9 kills now to the Orianna with those two. Oh my goodness. Team Liquid have crushed them, pastry time. The mental is a boom.
Starting to feel
They've got the commitment though. Once they sense their mind to a play, they're gonna go all the way.
I mean, that's the glory of Chem Tank Udyr, is you can go anywhere you want on the Rift, most likely. It's just with great power, you must be responsible, Kobe. And Svenskeren committed a little too much Chem Tank juice there. As Baron not going to get moved off there. In fact, it's just instantly taken down. Shizuki going to get danced on there by Tactical. Jensen, though, will be slain. Finally, 1,000 extra gold goes over, but Asleep is definitely at the wheel, which is not where you want your AD carry to be, but instead it is actually Kaiser that gets jumped on there as Impact and Sven are able to find that kill, but Svenskeren himself is going to go down as there's a double kill for the Lilia, and Impact is the only one left alive on the EG side. They didn't stop the Baron. They're not going to win the team fight as Team Liquid are going to ace EG for perhaps the last time this series.
Baron buff on 3 for Team Liquid, and they can run straight down that bottom lane. Push with the extra minion wave here. 8 seconds on Jizuke, 3 on Ignar, actually. Since they died so early, they will have reinforcements for EG in time to deal with the extra minion wave. No further push. Dragon in 25 seconds should be the cleaner pickup.
So the good news is they killed Jensen, which is a lot of extra gold, and they didn't lose an inhibitor tower, which you have to feel like is maybe inevitable with the Red Bull Baron buff. We'll see. Team Liquid are going to go back and take out the Dragon instead. As you mentioned, it is spawning now in about 5 seconds. So it should be an easy pickup after this reset and spending of the cash reserves on the Liquid side.
Is it good news if you get a 700 gold bounty off Jensen and then he's got a 400 gold bounty on his name again, or is it demoralizing? With how hard he's been carried.
That's a level of perspective, I guess, you have to take on. I think it's 1,000 gold, by the way. But
glass is half full. Okay, so it was just bumped up there and cut down real quick. Yeah. Let's see about this pick on Impact, though.
Oh, Impact's too far forward here. Gonna pop your ulti for a bit of extra speed, but Alfari is just gonna give you the thumbs up. And in fact, TL's gonna abandon it. Jensen wants an assist here. He's not gonna get one. As Alfari actually just solo kills Impact. I like that Jensen's playing like he has a Magi's, and he doesn't. But he has certainly collected a lot of kills and assists this game, but credit to him for having such a good one. so far, as it does seem like the finishing touches are being put onto the enemy base here on the Team Liquid side. Jensen's going to go ahead and take this tier 2. Jizuke is continuing to strive for greatness and look to knock down a top in-hit tower. He's getting close, but I think Alfari should put a stop to that. And Team Liquid will be likely busting through the base in any moment now.
Split pushing is in his blood. What can I say, Pastry Time? Jizuke does have teleport, so if he gets far enough away from Alfari, which he cannot do.
Nice scoop and wall up there for Alfari to get the kill as Ignar tries to get a root down, but instead Team Liquid, they've already broken the center of the base, and it could be more as Core JJ, who's caught in here. Good two-man shot there for Jensen into the Magna Pull after the Ferromancy, and Core JJ and Jensen just cannot be stopped here. This combination is so potent as Team Liquid are going to take just about everything.
Yep, inhibitor number 2 will go down, and with this Baron buff still on for 1 more second, they will be able to finish it up. Nexus turret's now going to be under fire.
All right, well, one on the right there is going to be gone as Jensen is working on that already with the minion wave. Ignar and deftly two-man defense right now. Jizuke up in 4 seconds. Alfari is taking the top wave in just in case they don't win the game right now, but a jump on from Core JJ does give Tactical the kill onto Deftly, and it's 2v4 still there for EG as the Nexus is open. Santorin is low, but the game is going to end as Team Liquid are going to group around the Realm Warp for one final time. It's the party in the base as Santorin's unstoppable. EG are trying to chase out Tactical, and Core JJ will not let his marksman go down as Impact gonna get the logo flashed on there as Alfari gonna get the final kill. Surely Boulder Toss is it. The bot lane ace to finish it off. It's the sweep for Team Liquid Kobe. They're going to the finals 3-0 over Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, EG want to go out to blaze the glory. Everybody Realm Warp in. We've got one more Bud Light ace in us. Team Liquid going to be able to pull that one back after a strong early game opening from Evil Genius.